So for our research, there are 3 candidates for substituting water, which is lithium oxide, hydrogen sulfide, and carbon disulfide. And for all of those, their Vesper shapes are divided into 2 groups, which is linear and bent. Under bent, we have a good lithium oxide and hydrogen sulfide. And for the latter, we have carbon disulfide, CS2. Before we get into why each compound is good or bad, we have to dive into the roots on whether they are polar, nonpolar, or ionic. Under ionic, we have lithium oxide. That is because it is a metal, because lithium is metal and oxygen is a nonmetal. Metal and nonmetal bond, which automatically makes it ionic. Carbon disulfide is nonpolar because it's linear shape, and hydrogen sulfide is a polar because of its bent shape. What we want to identify in the molecules is its capability to support life. So under lithium oxide, that thing's corrosive, so it means if it's ingested, it will attack and destroy the exposed tissue and damage the digestive tract, respiratory tract, etc. So no, it is not consumable, and it cannot perform the necessary bodily functions that water does, which means it cannot replace water. Under hydrogen sulfide, it is a possibly to a yes, because the substance is acutely toxic, as its warning sign says. The liquid will not be great to consume as an everyday beverage, ideally, but the effects are not life-threatening, but not the greatest. Like I said, there's environmental hazards, which also means that won't support non-human life too well. This is more comparable to an alcoholic beverage. Also serves as an antioxidant for positive. For carbon disulfide, it is definitely not, because consumption of carbon disulfide means there are heavy side effects, which include vomiting, dizziness, heavy breathing, and chest pains, and can heavily damage the heart. Exposure also gives a risk of cancer and reduced sperm count and libido. So, no, it cannot support life.
The molecule we chose to be the best substitute was hydrogen sulfide. And because, by process of elimination, hydrogen sulfide had the least amount of harmful effects. For example, lithium oxide is labeled as corrosive, which, in my opinion, automatically rules it out as a substitute because we don't want that. Anyway, hydrogen sulfide's worst effects is just as bad as consuming alcohol, and it causes some forms of harm, but only really threatening in higher doses. It serves as an antioxidant, and from the water research and electrolyte research, it may mean that hydrogen sulfide can substitute for water for the basic functions of electrolytes and normal body performances. Yay, thanks.
To justify our standings, we are going to go out to Harvard to interview a astronomer that has a PhD in astronomy to see if we can get a second opinion on what we have to say about hydrogen sulfide being the best substitute for water.
This is true, and I back the statement. I will also be there.
So facts.
I approve hydrogen sulfide.
Can you cut it?
See, we got that from our graduated PhD, Dr. Astronomy, and we are going to get some life outside of Earth to make sure we have it right.
I am from Mars, and I approve of the water.
So good.
Okay.